Good morning, students. Today we are going to see Unit 14 Acids and Bases. Students, in this session we are going to discuss about acids, uses of acids, bases, uses of bases, and synthetic indicators. Students, these topics are our reduced syllabus portion. Okay, students. So these topics covered page number 155 to 163 in our textbook. Let us see. Students, in our life, we come across different food substance, isn't it? Yes. Some substance like sour in taste. For example, lemon, curd, orange, vinegar. These are said to be acidic because these are a sour in taste, so this substance said to be acidic. Some substance like baking soda, amla, then soap solution, these substances are in bitter taste. So these substances are said to be basic. Common salt taste is salty, right? Curd taste is sour. So some substance like sour in taste, that type of substance are called acidic. Some substance have bitter in taste, so that type of substance is called base. This means the substance contain either acid or base. Let us see what is acids and what is base. First, acid. Student, the term acid is derived from the Latin word acetus. So acetus means sharp or sour, right? So an acid is a solution that has an excess of hydrogen ion is there. So acid is one of the solution having excess of hydrogen ion. This hydrogen ion lose their ion when they dissolved in water solution. Do you follow, students? All acid contain one more replaceable hydrogen ion. So the more acidic the solution. So these acid contain this ion, no, that ion is releases dissolve in water. For example, hydrochloric acid contain hydrogen and chlorine ion. So when this hydrochloride dissolve in water, it separates hydrogen and chlorine ion. Which substance release one hydrogen ion? That substance is nothing but acid. So what is acid? So that is the ionic compound that produce hydrogen ion when dissolved in water. Do you follow, students? Which substance releases hydrogen ion in dissolving of water? That substance is known as acid. So what is ionic compound? Ionic compound is nothing but that contain positive and negative ion. So HCl is a ionic compound. So H is one of the ion, Cl is one of the ion, right? So this ionic compound dissolve in water. After that, that ionic compound releases hydrogen ion and chlorine ion. So this type of substance is nothing but acid. See another one picture. This is water. What is the molecular formula of water? H2O. That water, that is the substance releases hydrogen ion in water. That is called acid. So this is one of the substance. This is one of the water. So the substance dissolve in water, it releases hydrogen ion. So the name of the substance is acid. So acid contain one or more hydrogen atom. That acid produce hydrogen ion when dissolved in water. So that is ionic compounds. For example, sulfuric acid, hydrochloric acid. So both substance having excess of hydrogen ion. When these substance dissolve in water, that substance releases hydrogen ion. So it is called acid. So taste is sour. This acid react with metals to release hydrogen gas. When the acid react with metals, what will happen? That releases hydrogen gas. Acid react with bases to produce salt and water. When the acid react with base, it produces salts and water. This is an important point. So changes the color of the acid base indicators. So this acid conduct electric current. This is also an important point. What? Acid conduct electricity. Do you follow, students? So the acid react with a certain metal. What will happen? It produce hydrogen gas. This acid react with carbonates and bicarbonate to produce carbon dioxide. When the acid react with metal, it releases hydrogen gases. When the acid react with carbonate and bicarbonate, it produce carbon dioxide. Do you follow, students? Later we will discuss about these bases. So most citrus fruits, tea, battery acid, vinegar, milk, soda, apples. So these are the acid substance. Do you follow, students? So acid are found in your medicine cabinet, right? So and refrigerator and your kitchen shelves also. For example, acids include aspirin. Aspirin is one of the medicine, right? That is acidic in nature. Vitamin C, eye wash, oranges, grapes, lemons, grapefruit, apples, milk, tea, pickles, vinegar and carbonated drinks. These are the another examples of acid. Do you follow, students? So let us see what are the sources of acid. So these are the source of acid. First, vinegar. So vinegar have which acid? Acetic acid. In lemon, citric acid. Tomato have oxalic acid. So grapes, tartaric acid. Milk, lactic acid. And formic acid. Apple, malic acid. So these are the natural substance contain acid. Are you follow, students? So these are the sources of acid. Students, acid can be classified into two types. One is organic acid, another one is inorganic acid. So depending upon their source. Some acid occurs naturally in vegetables and fruit. That type of acid is called organic acid. Citric acid is one of the organic acid. So the source of organic acid is citrus fruits such as oranges, lemons, etc. So these oranges and lemons have which acid? Citric acid. Next, formic acid. Formic acid source is sting of ants and bees. So these are the source of organic acid. Next, acetic acid. So acetic acid source is vinegar, tomato. So tomato have which type of acid? Acetic acid. Malic acid, the familiar acid, that is apple. Apple having this type of acid and grape also. Tartaric acid. Tartaric acid source is tamarind, grapes, unripe mangoes, etc. Next, oxalic acid. So spinach, cabbage. These are the source of oxalic acid. Next, lactic acid, curd, milk. Ascorbic acid, that is vitamin C, citrus fruits, amla. So these are the sources of organic acid. On the other hand, acid produced artificially in industries. These acids are called what acid? Inorganic acid, right? Minerals are inorganic acid. So for example, HCl, H2SO4, carbonic acid, nitric acid, benzoic acid. So these are the inorganic acid. Do you follow, students? So what are they? Inorganic acid, hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid, nitric acid, carbonic acid, like. Let us see uses of acid. Students, do you know the uses of acid? Right. First, hydrochloric acid. This hydrochloric acid present in our stomach. So helps in the digestion of food material. So hydrochloric acid, which is known as commercially as muriatic acid, it is used in the process called pickling. Pickling is a process that removes impurities from the surface of the metals. Here also we use this hydrochloric acid, and then where the hydrochloric acid present in our body? Yes, stomach. So for purpose helps in a digestion of food material. These are the advantages of hydrochloric acid. So see the picture, hydrochloric acid for digestion in our stomach, in the manufacture of rubber, and to clean rust and scale from metal surfaces. So manufacturing of dye, in the manufacturing of medicine, these all feeds uses this hydrochloric acid, right? Next, benzoic acid. The benzoic acid is also used to preserve food material like pickles. So, what is the uses of benzoic acid? Benzoic acid is used to preserve food item. Do you understand, students? So, like pickles. Another one, sodium or potassium salts are of higher fatty acid. So, they are used to make washing and bathing soap. Next acid, sulfuric acid. The symbol of sulfuric acid is H2SO4. The sulfuric acid is called the king of chemical. Which one is the king of chemicals? Sulfuric acid. It is used in various industries to make detergents, paint, fertilizer, and many more chemicals. Right? So next, cells of all living organisms contain the fundamental nuclear material called nucleic acid. So animal have deoxyribonucleic acid. So whereas plants contain ribonucleic acid. These are the acids present in animals also. Where we use sulfuric acid is the most widely made industrial chemical in the world, used to make paper, paint, detergent, and fertilizer also. So these acid used in swimming pools to kill algae. HCl used in our stomach to digest food. Citric acid and ascorbic acid are in the orange juice. Carbonic acid and phosphoric acid are in soda. So these are the uses of acids. Next we move to bases. Students, we use soap for bathing as well as washing, right? So the soaps are slippery in nature. Do you know why? Soap are slippery because the presence of base. So bases are chemical substances that are corrosive and bitter in taste. A lot of bleaches, soaps, detergents, toothpaste, etc. These are contain base. So in contrast to acid which releases hydrogen ions in water, but bases release hydroxide ion. So what is bases? A base is a substance which dissolves in water to produce which ion? Hydroxide ion. That means it is a base. What about acid? The substance which dissolve in water to produce hydrogen ion. Only hydrogen ion. That is called acid. Base means after dissolve, that substance releases hydroxide ion. OH. OH is nothing but hydroxide ion. Do you follow, students? For example, this is a magnesium hydroxide. This magnesium hydroxide dissolve in water. H2O is water. That magnesium hydroxide releases magnesium ion and hydroxide ion. So this type of dissolution is called bases. Do you follow, students? So the characteristic property of base is due to the presence of negatively charged hydroxyl ion. So only this is a negatively charged hydroxyl ion. Right. So how to identifying bases? Bases are compound that produces hydroxide ion when dissolved in water. Which substance releases hydroxide ion dissolve in water means that substance is nothing but bases. Another one example, sodium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide is a substance, it will dissolve in water, it separates sodium ion and hydroxide ion. So what is the nature of the sodium hydroxide? Yes, base. Okay, see the picture. What are these? Window cleaner, floor cleaner, baking soda. Is this acid or base? Right, they are bases. Do you follow, students? Some example of common item containing bases. So many cleaning product contains bases, as do treatments for upset stomach and indigestion. Edible items that are basic have a distinct taste. Think of baking soda and terms. So these are the bitter in taste. Do you follow, students? So let us see some common bases. Ammonia. Ammonia is used as a cleaners and fertilizers. Sodium hydroxide is one of the base. Is used in soaps and drain cleaners. Magnesium hydroxide is a basis. So that is an ingredient found in antacids. Milk of magnesia. That is an antacid containing magnesium hydroxide. So that is a name, common basis, milk of magnesia. That substance is magnesium hydroxide. Next, ammonia. Ammonia, that is formula NH3 Vindex. Sodium hydroxide, soap. Sodium hypochlorite, bleaching powder, NaClO. So these are the some common bases. Let us see properties of base. So base feel slippery, taste bitter, corrosive nature, can conduct electricity. Base also conduct electricity. Think alkaline batteries. The base do not react with metals, but acid react with metal, right? And releases hydrogen gas also. But the base do not react with metals. This base turns red litmus paper blue. I will explain in a indicator term about this litmus paper, right? Let us see uses of bases. Bases give soaps, ammonia and many other cleaning products some of their useful properties, right? Next, the OH ion interacts strongly with certain substance such as dirt and grease. Then only soap is made up of this base. So where we use soap, washing and cleaning, right? So that OH ion so attract the dirt from our shirt or like dresses, right? So chalk and oven cleaner are example of familiar product that contain bases. What are they? Chalk, oven cleaner. Next, your blood is a basic solution. Important point. So our blood is also basic solution. NaOH, that is sodium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide molecular formula is what? NaOH. Students, see the molecular formula. The formula have hydroxide ion, OH ion. So straightly we will decide. So is this base or acid? Yes, base. The sodium hydroxide is used to make soap and paper, oven cleaner and products to unclog drains. Next, calcium hydroxide, CaOH2, calcium hydroxide is used to make cement and plaster. Right? Next, ammonia. Ammonia is found in household cleaners and to make fertilizer also. Magnesium hydroxide and aluminum hydroxide are used in antacid to treat heartburn. Right? So these are the uses of bases. So what are the substances are base? Sodium hydroxide, calcium hydroxide, ammonia, magnesium hydroxide and aluminum hydroxide. Do you understand, students? These are the uses of bases. So what is acid? Acid is nothing but any substance which when dissolved into the water produces hydrogen ion, means that is acid. Base is nothing but any substance which when dissolved into the water produces hydroxide ions. That is called base. So what about water? Water, the molecular formula is H2O. Water releases hydrogen ion as well as hydroxide ion. So water is acid or base? Nothing. That is neutral because the water releases both ion, hydrogen and hydroxide ion. So it is equilibrium. So that constant value is 1.0 into 10 to the power of minus 14. Students, this concept you will study about in our higher classes. Do you understand, students? Next we move to indicators. Indicators is nothing but the substance used to check the presence of acid or base by changing its color or odor. So indicator is a substance to check whether the substance is acid or base. Do you follow, students? So the indicator classified into two types. One is natural indicators, another one is synthetic indicators. So in this session we will discuss about these synthetic indicators. Our syllabus also covered this topic only. Okay, students, let us see. Synthetic indicator is nothing but the indicator prepared from artificial substance is known as synthetic indicator. So phenolphthalein and methyl orange are the examples of synthetic indicator. What are they? Phenolphthalein, methyl orange. Natural indicator, turmeric, bark of solution trees. These are the litmus paper. These are the natural indicators. So these are the synthetic indicators. What are they? Phenolphthalein and methyl orange. So students, see the picture. So this is the phenolphthalein. Phenolphthalein color is colorless. This is methyl orange. These also act as an indicator. Methyl orange color is yellow. Methyl red. Right? Right. So in our lab, we have different type of bottles. So like a conical flask or this bottle. So this bottle holds these indicators. This is phenolphthalein, this is methyl orange, like that. This paper is nothing but litmus paper. Blue litmus, red litmus, right? This litmus paper also act as a indicator. First phenolphthalein. Phenolphthalein is a colorless compound, isn't it? Yes. See the picture. The phenolphthalein color is colorless. When the phenolphthalein is added to acid solution, the color does not change. The phenolphthalein added to base solution means the color change to pink. Do you understand, students? So phenolphthalein is a colorless compound. So this is alcoholic form is used as an indicator. That colorless solution is added to acid, so there is no change in color. But in basic solution turns pink. That is basic solution. That name is alkali. In acid, that name is acid. Do you understand, students? Next, methyl orange. When this methyl orange added to acid, the acid turns to red in color. The methyl orange added to base, the base turn to yellow in color. Okay, this is methyl orange. This methyl orange dissolve in hot water and its filtrate is used as an indicator. How they used the methyl orange dissolve in hot water and filtrate, it is used as an indicator. So this indicator turns red in acetic solution and yellow in basic solution. Do you follow, students? Students, this table gives the color of changes of different indicators in acetic and basic medium. These are the indicators: blue litmus, red litmus, phenolphthalein, methyl orange. These are the acetic solution, these are the basic solution. When the blue litmus dipped on the acetic solution, the blue litmus color changed to red in color. Right? So, when the blue litmus turns to red in color, that type of solution is acid. That is a confirmation. Right? Similarly, the blue litmus paper dipped on basic solution means there is no change in color. So, that type of solution is called basic solution. Do you follow, students? These are the indicator. This indicator used to identify the solution is whether acid or a base. When the blue litmus turn to red in color means, that solution is acid. Suppose the blue litmus dipped on the solution, so after that dipping there is no color change means that type of solution is basic solution. Next indicator, red litmus. The red litmus dipped on the acidic solution means there is no change in color. What about basic solution? The red litmus turns to blue in color after dipping in basic solution. Do you follow, students? Next, phenolphthalein. What about phenolphthalein? So phenolphthalein added to acid solution means the color does not change. So in basic solution it turns to pink color. Methyl orange. Methyl orange added to acetic solution means it changed to red in color. So in basic solution changed into yellow color. Do you understand, students? Right. So students, I hope all are understood about this acid and bases. Right? Okay, students, let us move evaluation for this session. Define acids. Write the organic acids and their source. Next, what are the uses of acids? Define bases. What are the uses of bases? Students, write the answer for all these questions in your notebook. Thank you.